and hello. You're watching the Owatonna Today Show. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. We'd like to thank you for joining us today. We've got a great show. We're going to speak with Jody Boisen from the Fairview Animal Center, as well as talk to the food shelf. It's an opportunity to either give or use the food shelf. Now is the time that is used the most often. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We do thank you for joining us, and you can find us 6 days a week on Charter Channel 8. If for some reason you miss us on the cable show, what you can do is always find us on the internet. We are on Blip TV, YouTube, and of course, Facebook. And if you like us on Facebook right now, what you can do is win a pair of tickets to the Blades game, the Steele County Blades. They'd love to give you a pair of tickets. The way to do that is like us on Facebook. If you've already liked us, just like one of our episodes, I call them episodes. I don't know. Leanne, what are they really called? Episodes. Sweet. I wonder what episode I'm on now. When I get, hey, on my 100th episode, do I get cake?
Sure.
Cake. I like cake.
Pie in the face.
Oh, that'll work. I'm a clown. It works. So anyway, but also, if you don't have Facebook, you can always send us an email at owatonatoday@charter.net. And also, that is where you can contact us with some great story ideas. Also, you can give Leanne a call, and her number is 390-5751. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you like to see, what you want to see, and we'd love to have you on the show. Ooh, you could be on TV, too. How great is that? So we'll be right back. Stop laughing at me. We're going to be speaking with Jody Boisen in just a minute, so stick around.
Hi, I'm Jody Boisen with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas produced by gas-fired appliances in your home. The state of Minnesota requires that you have a carbon monoxide alarm within 10 feet of sleeping areas in your home. We suggest you have a digital readout carbon monoxide alarm. That way we were able to check and see what the concentration amount was when the alarm went off. This has been a public safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, we're Mark and Becky Stevens of the Owatonna Pizza Ranch.
And we support the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Holly Jorgensen, and I play Grace Bradley.
And I'm Ron Hager, and I play Bob Bradley in LTO's current production of Best Christmas Pageant Ever, directed by Sandy Hardy Hagen and sponsored by Federated Insurance.
Performances of the Best Christmas Pageant Ever will be held Friday and Saturday, November 23rd and 24th at 7 o'clock p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, November 25th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, November 29th, 30th, and December 1st at 7 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764. Don't miss LTO's production of the Best Christmas Pageant Ever.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. I don't know if I've said that yet. This is Jody. I want to call you Judy, but I'm not going to today.
Well,
I rename people often, but you will be Jody. How's that?
My mother-in-law is a Judy, so
oh
there's a
no!
lot of confusion.
Oh, holy moly! Yeah. Okay, that would be bad. Well, good morning. How are you?
Great.
Good. Now you're with the Fairview Animal Medical Center.
Yes, Animal Medical Center. Yep.
There are a couple of medicals. There's a lot of medical going on there.
That's right.
So you are located over on
Hartle Avenue, which is just south of the fairgrounds.
Okay, and so talk to us a little bit about your practice and the kind of animals you serve and that kind of thing.
Okay, we are predominantly small animal, so all the services that go with companion animals, which is medical, dental, and surgical services, just about the whole gamut with those things. And we also, so dogs and cats are the typical pets. We also see exotics. We see some rabbits, some reptiles, some birds, things like that.
I did actually bring my hamster into you once, years and years ago. He didn't make it. It was really it was kind of funny because I brought him in and they didn't know what to do with him. They had to go get a food scale to weigh him, and they didn't know what to do with my hamster. But that's, you can still help any kind of domestic animal that needs that kind of service.
That's right.
Good, good. Well, we want to talk a little bit today about animals in the holidays. And so first of all, I think we should address outdoor animals, those animals that are outdoors, what kind of things we need to make sure to keep them safe during this winter and holiday season.
All right. Well, yes, especially with the winter, we think about just making sure that they have protection from the wind. If it's an animal that's accustomed to being outdoors, they can handle quite a bit. I mean, up
they
to
figure
a
out where to go themselves.
Their coats, I just mean, you know, physically, you know, if you have an animal that's always indoors, and then you say, now I want this to be an outdoor dog, now's not the time to figure that out. You better wait until next year, next summer. But if they're accustomed to being outdoors, they need to have a good shelter from the wind, and they have to have access to water at all times.
And when you say water, you don't mean ice.
Right.
We just want to make that clear because I think some people forget.
Yeah.
And they've got a water bowl out there, but is it frozen?
Right. Oh, yes. And we always have a couple of bunnies in a hutch, and they stay outside, year-round. And for years, in the winter, you'd be traipsing out there, take the frozen water bowl, bring it in, and put that on a mat to melt, and then take the one that had melted and dump it and fill it. And you do it like 3 times a day in the winter until we finally broke down and just got one of those heated water bowls.
And those are pretty safe to use for the animals?
They really are. I mean, you keep the cords away from the...
the chewing
from area. The rabbits, yep. They're really good with cords, so that's... so a water supply and just a safe area to be. Of course, if you're out in the country, you probably don't have a fenced yard, but in town, a fenced yard, someplace where they can't wander off and get hit by a car. So
that's important to remember too. Now, also, it's a huge time for people to be traveling. And so what are some things people need to keep in consideration? Like, a lot of times cats can be pretty self-sufficient, and so sometimes people think, I could just leave them for a long weekend. What are some things people need to be aware of as they're thinking about those vacation times?
Well, I think with cats, if it's a short period of time, they're probably happier in their home, around their own environment. So extra food and plenty of water. If it's just going to be a couple of nights, you might be able to get away with that. Otherwise, having someone just stop in and check their food and water. They can also be, boarded. They can be brought to the clinic, and that works out well too. It really depends on what works with your own plans. It's just about having them be safe while you're gone. With dogs, then there's always do we take them with us? And which is great, but then how do they get along with the other dogs that might be there? How do they get along in different environments? Or just remembering, now I am in a different environment. I can't just open the door and they go out. I might need to take them out on a leash. I might just have to be more aware of what is going on in that environment. And even if you're hosting, your own pet is reacting differently than they normally would, whether or not someone else is bringing pets in.
And so that's an important thing to remember, because often dogs are very territorial. So
right.
This is my house, so
yes.
Just being aware of that they may react a little bit more defensively than they would normally to a new animal coming in the home.
Absolutely. That can happen. They also are sensing the stress that we're feeling as we're preparing, and so even if it's excited stress, stress is stress, because oh good, we're having a house full of people, some of them I even like, and this is gonna be great, and we're making all this superfood, and I'm excited to try this recipe, but it's still stressful, and you're looking for oven space, and you're timing everything exactly right, and they pick up on that, and so I think it's just a matter of saying, being aware of them, and that they aren't feeling quite themselves, and they're excited, but that can lead to a little bit of digestive upset in animals sometimes, that kind of excitement, and then always, no matter how much, if you love them so much that you wanted to pour the remaining gravy on their food, or you wanted to give them that drumstick because they've been so good all year long, I think it's best to say, I love them so much that I'm not going to do that. I'll give you an extra treat. I'll give you a carrot stick. I will give you an extra hug and a kiss. But you are looking at someone who can get pretty sick pretty quickly.
And part of the turkey is the grease as well as the bone itself.
Right. That's exactly it. Both things. The worry about bones and getting lodged somewhere, but also the grease, pancreatitis, and it's a lot of work then dealing with that end result when that happens. I guess I was going to say something else about how the other issue is, you could say, last year I did this and it was fine. Well, last year they were 5 years younger, and so if I can't eat Lay's potato chips at 10:30 at night, but I probably could 5 years ago. So you just have to remember that their bodies are changing so much,
Right.
so quickly.
You said 5 years, and I'm like, wait, a year. I was trying to do that. And then I remember this is dog years.
Yeah, right. They are changing
That is
so quickly.
important. One of the things I do want to talk about, so if you've decided that, okay, it's just going to be too much stress for my dog, I know my dog well enough, I do want to put them in some sort of place that takes dogs,
kennel, boarding
What should
facility.
they look for? What are some key important things?
I like to. You're always welcome to go and look around. Every place would or should let you do that. A general cleanliness, just a general. Is it set up for safety? We have where our kennel runs are. When you let them outside, they're also outdoor runs, so they could spend more time if it's a nice day. And then there's a fenced yard around that. And
So safety fencing, making sure that they're contained and away from getting car accidents.
Yeah, and that they could be separated from each other because some animals get along fantastically, but you don't want to find that out whether or not they do when they're boarding in a different environment.
So just check it out. Go see for yourself.
Yes, go see, ask, smell.
Smell.
Yeah,
Sounds like going to a daycare.
it's very much like that. Just
Yeah.
And another thing you can do while you're getting ready is to say, can I drop this animal off for the day? And so, because I'm going to be in and out, and they're following me around, and I want to put stuff on the low counter that's coming out of the oven and things like that. So that wouldn't work just for the day if it was actually Thanksgiving. We're closed on Thanksgiving, but if it was Wednesday, you just wanted them for the day, you could certainly
And
do
that's
that.
safe for the dog in so many ways. They're not going to get stepped on, not going to get out the door, not going to eat something they shouldn't.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, good. Well, if anyone has questions about the holidays, how can they get a hold of you and ask you some of these questions?
Feel free to call us. It's 451-4591. We can answer your questions if we don't know the answer. If I was answering the phone and I don't know a lot of answers, I'll go find out.
You'll make something up?
I'll make something up. This might work. Give that a try.
Well, and we're going to close real quick with should you or should you not dress your pets up for the holidays?
If you love your cat, don't. And I think yes. If some of the little ones, I mean, they can tell everyone's going, oh my goodness, you're so cute, and they're like, I am so cute. I think that they're having a good time. And of course, if you're after you have a big meal and you decide I want to go for a walk in Kaplan's Woods or something, well, that's great, but it might be chilly. I have no idea what the forecast is, but a little coat might feel good for them.
And that's something that they're used to, your pet.
Right, that's exactly
Thanks so much for your time, Jody. I look forward to meeting you again. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be right back here on the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance, and we are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Effective Monday, October 15th, the clinic main entrance will be closed for construction. Please use our temporary entrance, the dialysis doors, and/or the hospital main entrance. We appreciate your patience during our construction, but at the end, we'll have a pleasant entrance that is larger, warmer, and safe for our patients. Again, starting Monday, October 15th, the clinic main entrance will be closed for construction. Thank you.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Mark Woodrich with Steele County Blades Junior Hockey. Come back to the orange and black. We'll see you at the rink. The Steele County Blades are very proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show on location at the Steele County Food Shelf. We are here with Director Stormy Trom. Hello, Stormy.
Hello, good morning.
And it is been probably a long, busy year for you, I imagine, since we're in November now.
You know, typically you'd think that, but the food shelf is pretty steadily busy all year long. So,
what are some of the different situations that people come in here that need to use the food shelf?
Well, as you know, there are a lot of life-changing situations that bring people to the food shelf. We have unexpected layoffs with companies closing in our community. We have some people that are experiencing an illness in the family, divorce oftentimes. And then we have our natural disasters, as when we had the flood in Owatonna and there was a tornado over by Ellendale. So we have various reasons why people use our services here.
What's the number one reason, would you say? Layoff or?
A lot of it has to do with unemployment. Yes, right now a lot of the folks are unemployed or underemployed. We have a lot of seniors that come here, and we have people with some disabilities. So it's just a place where a resource in our community people can turn to for a time when they need some extra help. And we're happy to be here and offer that.
What is the number of people you serve generally averaging per year?
Well, per year, right now we're averaging about 500 households every month. And so yearly we're giving out close to 500,000 pounds of food.
Oh, that's incredible.
So it takes a community to do this. And we are really thankful that we have all the support that we do in our community. I have a terrific board of directors.
That's necessary.
Yes.
Yes.
They do the governance of the organization, and they're a hands-on board. They're not just there to...
The figurehead.
Yes, no, they do the work. And I have outstanding staff with Alonzo Hernandez and Leah Pratt, and I have 40-plus volunteers that come in and work daily. So it's a wonderful thing that this community supports.
And I imagine you can always use volunteers throughout the year as well, too. If someone wanted to volunteer to come and help, what are the different areas that you need help with?
Right now, we have people that go out and pick up for us. We're going out to Walmart and Cashwise every day of the week. I could use some people that if they had time to help us pick up those donations. We also have spots on the floor where people can help us take shoppers through. We have a host shopper that goes with the family and shows them the different food groups that we have, because here we're not just promoting, what we want to do is promote healthy eating. It's not we just give out whatever we have. I have a dietitian on my board, Leanne T, and she works closely with me in what I buy for the food shelf, so it's a real team effort for all of us here.
Now, do you get cash donations as well, which is probably you can get more for the money than if, of course, you're not going to turn away food donations, but if we were to give you food, you could actually get more if we gave you the dollar value, could you not?
Yes, I have the advantage because we get to shop at the Channel 1 Food Bank in Rochester, and there we're getting some USDA commodities that come to us at 4 cents a pound. They have purchased items where they'll buy in bulk, so it's a lot more reasonable for us and all the other food shelves in this area to buy from the food bank. So that does help tremendously.
So you do rely pretty much on donors, do you not?
Yes, we do. We rely on all the activities in our community every year that people have done and supported us with, as the Boo for Food drive that just happened in October.
And they came to my house.
Yes, it was a youth ministry. It was several churches in our community. The kids went out trick-or-treating.
That was a great idea.
Cross Country Girls Club, they've been giving us cash donations for years where they have their midnight run.
Oh, so they have, like, people will pledge a certain amount as they run? Is that kind of?
Yes.
That's how they do that. All right.
Kids are creative. We have St. Mary's School kids that collected a lot of food for us this year. The Harvest Run from Zion Lutheran Church and the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts.
And I'm sure a lot of them probably have been to the food shelf, or their parents probably have been here to the food shelf.
A lot of the people that do give help us here, you know, with either working here. And this is a good way to have the whole community know where we're at, so if there's a need for for any families that they could be able to come in and tell people what we do and where we're at. We want to have open doors here, and we want people to feel comfortable while they're shopping here.
Of course, we do know those little bags that hang on our doorknobs for the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, and they come pick them up. That's quite a job on their part to hit as many households as they can to put the bags on.
Right.
Too, and then to drive around and pick them up, and then of course you have to probably separate them and put them on the shelf.
We do all of that. Actually, the Scouts have been doing that. And this year, I want you all to know that the Scouts will not be doing that this year in November. They have chosen to do that in the spring of the year to help with the March Food Share campaign. But this year we do have to thank the National Wild Turkey Federation for buying many turkeys for us to give out to families. I think we have...
For Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yes, right now they made a large donation, and I was able to buy some turkeys from the Channel 1 Food Bank. So we want to thank them and everyone who's been so supportive of the food show. Thank you.
Now, do you also have, do you basically canned goods, we say non-perishable, so you probably do not get a lot of fresh food in here then?
Yes, we do.
You do?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. We don't want to have the stigma of that's all we give out here.
Good.
That's not what happens. We have freezers and refrigeration, so we're giving out dairy products as milk and eggs and butter. And we have the freezers where we have meat available. However, during the summer months, the produce has come in from all of our local farmers and gardeners, and it's been great.
So you can take donations of fresh food from gardeners? It doesn't have to be like an inspection kind of thing? Or
No. We can take from the gardeners. We have a lot of people that go to the park, and when they're done, they drop it off here.
Great idea.
Some of the things they don't sell.
Because you do, besides food donations, though, you have lots of other expenses that you have to take care of as well. Are you like a United Way member, so you get funding from United Way?
Yes, we are members of the United Way. We also write grants here. Wrote a grant to Bremer Foundation, the new bank that's coming to town, and we have it's been announced to me that we will be receiving a $40,000 grant for our work here. So that's huge. It's huge, and it takes every one of these, and yet still our largest donors are the individuals who sit down and write out a check and send it to the food shelf. They are by far the ones that are bring it all together, and we're able to serve the people of this
Now you also
county.
get some assistance from Minnesota Food Share, do you not? Is there a...
In March we have the Minnesota Food Share campaign, and that is when we're able to have all the businesses and people in town donate to us, and with those donations we get an allocation back of funding, so that's great for us too. But I just wanted to share with you, and I know a lot of times I talk about how many people we serve, and I thought this might be more of a visual, visual for you to see that all of these families here are how many we've served in Steele County.
How do they come to you? Do they just come in the door and say, we'd like assistance? Because then just about anybody could come. Don't they have to qualify in some way?
We have people register, but all of that guidelines for us is set up by the USDA, the state of Minnesota. So we serve up to 200% of poverty and
so they have to fill out forms to qualify.
Right, is it? Right. And so I just want to thank you all again for helping with the food shelf, and are welcome to come out anytime. The hours here are Monday and Wednesday from 9 to 5:30, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 9 to 3:30, and on Saturdays from 8 to 11:30. So if you'd be interested in volunteering, if you need our services, please don't hesitate and come out and visit us, please.
And you are located?
At 155 Oakdale.
What are your needs for the holiday season, Stormy?
Right now, we're hoping to get enough products that people use for holiday, pumpkin for the pumpkin pie, and also the turkeys. We can always take more turkeys. We've got 50 right now, but we could use a few more. Any of the traditional holiday items, please bring them in.
For both now and for Christmas, right?
Yes. That would be
Always think of
wonderful.
you. Thank you, Stormy.
Thank you.
For Stormy Trom, and I'm Betty Johnson at the Steele County Food Shelf.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House in Clarebridge, and we're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. In 2011, United Way funded programs provided services to over 10,000 Owatonna residents. For the second consecutive year, the vast majority needed help to meet their most basic needs: food, clothing, housing, and safety. United Way of Steele County is able to sustain a safety net of direct services, prepare our children for the future, and provide seniors with support to age in place due to the generosity of our community. Please make a donation to United Way again this year. Our neighbors are counting on us, and we are counting on you.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Just a few quick community announcements. Tonight is the Owatonna Ministerial Association's Community Ecumenical Thanksgiving Dinner. It's going to be at the Associated Church at 800 Havana Road here in Owatonna. And it's going to start at 7 p.m. with this evening hymn sing. And the Brent Carlson from Christ Community Church will be leading that. The worship service begins at 7:30, and that is tonight, the ecumenical worship service. Also want to remind you, if you do have lights that you would like to recycle, the Steele County Environmental Service will allow you the opportunity to recycle old holiday lights free of charge during the holiday season. You're encouraged to drop off your old non-working, tangled, or energy inefficient lights at the following locations: the Owatonna Public Library, Owatonna Public Utilities, Steele Wasiki Electrical Co-op, Arrow Ace Hardware, Walgreens, and the Steele County Recycling Center operated by Waste Management. All these places will take your old lights that you don't want anymore. Do want to remind you to please like us on Facebook, because we like you. You should also like us. And when you do that, you will be entered in for a drawing to win a pair of tickets to the Steele County Blades games. Also, if you already have liked us, we'd love for you to go ahead and send us an email. We'll do all that stuff, more stuff, but you know what? Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll talk to you on Friday.